Tuesday afternoon in Midtown Manhattan. The city was a chaotic symphony of honking horns and rushing crowds. But then, a bone-chilling crash silenced the entire block. Arthur's weathered hot dog cart, his only source of survival, was flipped onto the pavement. Water bottles shattered, buns rolled into the dirty gutter. Standing over the wreckage was Brad, a man in a $1,000 suit, face flushed with ego. Why? Because Arthur hadn't moved his cart fast enough while Brad was trying to park his luxury SUV. Brad didn't just destroy a 70-year-old man's livelihood. He stood there laughing. "Look at this junk. Next time, stay out of my way," he sneered. Arthur dropped to his knees, his thin, trembling hands trying to save what little was left. People watched. They recorded on their phones. They kept walking. A cold wave of indifference washed over the street, until a shadow stepped out of the crowd. His name was Jax, a retired Navy SEAL commander. By his side was Duke, a Belgian Malinois with eyes like cold steel. Jax didn't scream. He didn't throw a punch. He simply commanded Duke to sit and guard Arthur. Then he stepped forward until he was inches from Brad's face. Brad opened his mouth to bark another insult, but when he looked into Jax's eyes, the eyes of a man who had stared down real monsters in war zones, the words died in his throat. Jax spoke in a low, lethal whisper. "Pick it up. Every single piece." Brad stammered. Do you know who I am? I have money. I can..." Jax didn't repeat himself. Duke let out a low, guttural growl. The silence was deafening. Finally, the arrogant bully dropped to his knees, forced to clean the mess he made under the gaze of a true lion. When he was done, Brad scrambled into his car and sped away like a coward. But Jax knew that just picking up the pieces wasn't enough. He pulled out his phone and sent a 2-word text to a private group. Code red, 42nd Street. 15 minutes later, a heavy-duty truck pulled up. 3 men stepped out, Jax's former brothers in arms. They didn't come with cameras. They came with welding torches, fresh wood, and a mission. Right there on the New York sidewalk, a tactical rebuild began. They didn't just fix the cart, they resurrected it. They reinforced the frame, added a vibrant new canopy, and even installed a modern LED sign. The crowd began to gather, not to watch a fight, but to witness a miracle. As the sun began to dip behind the skyscrapers, Arthur's cart looked like it belonged in a showroom. Jax was the first to place a $100 bill on the counter. "I'll take your best hot dog, boss," he said with a smile. His teammates followed, then the strangers in the crowd joined the line. Arthur, with tears blurring his vision, found his hands weren't shaking from fear anymore. They were shaking from hope. For the first time in years, he wasn't an invisible old man. He was seen. Jax and Duke slipped away into the shadows before anyone could thank them. No names, no headlines, no vanity. Closing, voiceover. "My friends, true strength isn't about the size of your muscles or your bank account. It's about how you treat those who can do absolutely nothing for you." If you were Jax in this story, would you have stopped? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe to help us spread kindness in life. Be kind to one another. We'll see you in the next one.